Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to rebuild this trash can drawer for my cousin's cabinets. Basically, this thing was originally constructed out of pressed particle board. You see it there. It has some kind of frame on the top that the trash cans sit down in, and they have not been careful with getting this wet, slinging wet items in the trash, water, stuff like that. And over the years, probably 14 years, it finally deteriorated enough to cause the front door to pull out of the frame of this waste basket receptacle. So I'm gonna try to get this back on here so she can use it again, and let's get started. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel, and I don't have a bunch of tools to do something like that. So basically, I went and had all of this stuff, this wood, duplicated as best I could at the Home Depot. I'm going to make another top frame. I cut a couple of sides. I had a couple of these supports here cut, and I'm going to glue and screw this stuff together, and hopefully it'll be secure enough to hold up well. You could buy one that's constructed a little different, that the waste basket sits in on the bottom and attach the door to it. They're about 125 bucks. The material and stuff that I bought was about $40. So those are all the pieces that I got from Home Depot. I'm going to pilot drill the upper support, basket support, and I'm going to see if this will come off easy and replace this one. Probably leave the bottom one on and add another one to the bottom, because I don't want this particle board up there getting wet again and stuff coming apart, and I want to screw it and glue it, so hopefully that'll hold it together better. And if everything falls in place, it'll be the perfect width to hold the roller track assembly again. I was able to pull most of this off. I got a little piece left, so I'm going to grab a screwdriver and try to get the rest of that wedged off of there. Then I'm going to see if these two screws will unscrew from this door panel. This piece popped right off with a screwdriver. It's just glued up there, not really screwed. So let me see if I pull these two screws out, will that just come off of there. Pulling those screws, that just came right off of there. There's a screw hole there and a screw hole on the other side. So I'm going to brush that off, and I don't want it ever to come apart again, so I'm going to have a hard time convincing myself not to glue that. But they made it so that I guess you can replace this stuff if you needed to, or when the time came. Pretty much like the cabinet was already built, it's going to have this frame I'm going to build, which is these three posts, going to be screwed in and glued into these things like this, and then these will be just under the surface of this, and I'm going to screw this down and glue that on that, and then I'm going to put the plywood under it. So this stuff will hopefully be permanent, and this is a hardwood, so it's not going to be like the particle wood that will come apart. So basically on the side holes, I'm going to drill a pilot hole big enough for the screw to just drop in there and countersink into this a little bit, and that way when I screw it into here, it'll pull this against here tighter. And I may drill a small pilot hole in there so that that stuff pulls together real tight. And I'm going to put a little dab of glue on it, and hopefully that'll build a nice strong little frame. And then I'm going to screw that on top of that, after it's screwed in here on the panel. So let me get started assembling that so you can see how it's going to go together. Runners that run along the side, I've drilled the 3 holes in it. Pilot holes, these screws should go right through there. I countersunk the holes a little bit with a larger bit, so hopefully the screw head goes in it a little bit without splitting the wood. Now I'm going to put the ones that run across it in there and drill a small pilot hole in them, put a dab of glue on there and drill it in there and go from there. We got this part screwed in, and I made these screw holes, like I said, big enough for the screw to slide in there. It pulled it real tight. I got a little bit of countersinking going on there. I got this piece here in place. I'm going to put this next piece in place. I got it marked for the height, and then I'll screw this on there and install the sides. I pulled the tracks off of the side of the old box opening, and I put them on the side of the new box opening. When you pull these tracks out, they have a latch there. Then you lift that latch up on this side, pull it down on the other side, and that enables you to pull this stuff out of here. Then once it's out, you put screws in it, small as you can, usually button heads, and measure where you want them to go. Now this is a little bit different, maybe just a smidget lower than the last one, so I had to move the tracks down a little bit. Hopefully that's not going to affect the trash can sitting in there. And I had to lower the back of the track down. You can see there about 1 inch. So I'm about to see right now if the trash cans have any issues with that. Now that's the rear trash can. Sit down in there and it clears it on the bottom. So I'm sure the front trash can will too. So we're actually good to go. Close the door. You gotta measure it real tight so that you get these cabinets the same height and spacing as the other ones. It looks like I'm within 1/8 of an inch, which is usually acceptable for government work. So there you have it. It is back in and good to go. Last but not least, you want to grease up your tracks real good so that they slide in and out real easy and shouldn't have any binding for a while. So lube up the tracks on both sides. After a failed attempt to make a nice, delicious 7-Up bunk cake, if you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.